Hey, this is Suze B and we're down at the Ironman booth again, and this time I'm joined by Joe Pitt. He's a really good friend of mine, but I just wanted to ask him a few questions, such as, can you tell us a little bit about your training, because your background, even though you do a lot of bodybuilding, is footy, isn't it?
Yeah, I played rugby league for most of my life, so originally from Melbourne, so I played Aussie rules, but not till I moved up to Queensland where it's like a rugby league playground. So basically, yeah, it was always about trying to build muscle, be stronger, those type of things. But training now is very much, I'm coached by Yoda Hill, so he looks after Flex Lewis and Steve Cook, all those type of guys. So I've been lucky enough for him to take me on board with that, and basically we follow a Y3T training program, which is great. Helps me with all my injuries from football, actually. It really looks after you, which is important as you get older, and joint preservation, and still trying to maintain and build that lean muscle mass.
That's really cool, but I guess so, do you still incorporate aspects of that football style training or inspired training into your own training? Because you are a coach and a personal trainer as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, of course, basically through just HIIT training, HIIT in general, that's sleds, ropes, all those metabolic type of sessions, they really help to burn a lot of fat. They make it easy. You don't have to be doing cardio for hours and hours and hours, and they're fun. They make it fun. So
what would you say would be the most fun type of session that you do for exercise to really get you into this fantastic shape that you're in? Because you're in phenomenal shape, right?
Thank you. But we actually, a good example is just the circuit training. I like to do some wall ropes, sled training on the rower. I can get in 15-20 minutes, I'm done. I want to get the most out of it. But it needs to be quick. Everyone's time poor these days, and that's the most effective way. You're going to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. So
now, I heard that you might be doing some really fun and interesting things, perhaps in the UK. Can you tell everybody out there about that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to head over to Body Power in the UK, which is awesome. I haven't been back there since I actually played rugby league over there up in Sheffield. So really excited about heading back there. You're from the UK yourself, so look, it's going to be really good. I just spoke to Neil actually yesterday about coming and staying with him before Body Power. So he's got a dungeon there, which many people have not really walked out of. So I'm a little bit nervous but excited at the same time.
That sounds really exciting. Now, I know that you mentioned that people can perhaps train with you from all around the world because you've got a bit of a social media connection going on. They can follow you on Snapchat and stuff. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I've got my Facebook page and Instagram and Snapchat, but Snapchat's really created a new buzz around how you interact with your fan base, I guess. I can snap a workout, it's live. They can engage you, they can send you messages directly, you can send you videos and things like that. So it's great, just today we had a couple of guys come up and say, look, I really appreciate the workouts that you put up and the things and the tips that are on there. It really gives you an insight into the details of what you do with training and things like that. So Instagram can only sometimes give you so much, but Snapchat really engages now, and it's going to be the way forward for a lot of things.
Can you name drop your username for anybody that might want to follow you?
My username is PittKid, PIDDKIDD. So yeah, very grown-up name. But when you create things, sometimes they don't always. I didn't have Joe Pitt. I didn't know I was available. So.
Is there any chance that you can give your number one top tip for someone who is they want to take their workout to the next level, they want to take their gym training to the next level and perhaps follow in your footsteps? What would be your top tip?
Okay, yeah, definitely. Look, the basics are where it's at, it is number one, nutrition, and your training is going to come on the back of that. So when you go in and you are training, basically it needs to be intense, it needs to be for a purpose, it needs to be, trying to basically achieve your goals. So, there's no point going into the gym and just going, I'm going to go through the motions because nothing's going to change, along with your nutrition and your training. That's what's really going to change the parameters for you and being able to build that lean muscle mass or burn fat. So
That's very knowledgeable. I'd like to thank you for chatting for us today.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Susie.